Okay, we're going to try this again. I'm having trouble getting the connection here, so hopefully my connection will stay live long enough for me to do this. My name is Roger Cox, and I'm a little bit disorganized because I'm in one of those moods where I said I need to do a Facebook Live, and I know generally what I want to say, but I tended to overthink it and think about how should I say this, how should I word this. What should I talk about? In what order should I put this? And I was over-analyzing it, and I was talking myself out of doing a Facebook Live. And I finally decided that I would just do what I preach at everybody else to do, and that is to just do it. So I decided if I'm going to be the example, I need to just push the button and go. And I'll think of what I'm going to say as it comes. All right? Because that's generally what happens. Once you get over the initial shock of Facebook Live and pushing the button and your mind goes blank, if you just take a deep breath, and then things will come to you and you'll know what to say. So my topic today is a better way to build your business on Facebook Live, and in a way that Facebook is not as apt to penalize you, because there are some changes going on with Facebook, if you're aware of that, and it's going to affect the way a lot of people are building their business on Facebook. So a lot of you do have small businesses, and I congratulate you on that, because I really think that is a good thing. In today's economy, it's good for people not to have to depend on their job or to be in a box. You have some options. So if you're a small business owner, particularly a network marketer, no matter what company you're in, I commend you. I congratulate you, and I think you're on the right path. With that being said, however, there's some things that if you can avoid, will make things a lot easier for you. And I want to talk about them just a little bit today. So as you know, Facebook is changing some of the ways that they're doing some things. They came out in the last few months and have announced some changes in their algorithms. If you know what an algorithm is, actually, it's not really, in my mind, it's not really important to know about an algorithm, because if you're doing things properly, then you don't really have to worry about what Facebook is or is not going to do. You'll be covered. So online or network marketers, great job. I'm really glad that you're in that industry. However, a lot of your companies, and I'm going to say most of your companies, are just now kind of getting onto this social media thing. And they're advising you to go onto social media, and they're advising you to do some things on social media, which maybe in the past might have worked, but is not working now. And with the things that Facebook is contemplating doing, and they're going to do them, the things that Facebook is going to do is going to penalize you if you do the things that your company's telling you to do on social media. Because Facebook does not really want you to be selling things on Facebook unless you're buying their ads. Facebook gets their money from people buying ads and advertising on Facebook. So if you're advertising your product or your company on Facebook and you're not paying them, if you're not paying Facebook for those advertisements, Facebook, excuse me, Facebook doesn't really like that. Facebook wants their people to be Facebook wants to give people what they want. And people typically do not come onto Facebook to buy something. They don't come on Facebook to be sold. So if you're broadcasting if you're trying to sell something on Facebook and that's all you're doing is just, there's really no social stuff there. You're just advertising your product. Most people aren't there to buy your product. They want to be entertained. They want to be educated. They come for a whole bunch of other reasons to buy something. And so Facebook is realizing that, and Facebook wants to give the people what they want. So they've come up with some algorithms, some changes in the way that they do things. And if you're doing things, if you're advertising the way your company's telling you to advertise, if you're spamming the whole world with your Facebook posts, then Facebook is going to start penalizing you for that. And I think they probably have already started. You may have already noticed that your reach or your engagement has been dropping if you've been participating in some of these methods of advertising, these methods of promoting your product. So here's the thing. If you are blatantly advertising your product or your company on Facebook, Facebook does not like that. Facebook was not made to sell products. Again, like I said, they want advertisers, and they don't particularly want you advertising your product and selling things for two reasons, which I've already mentioned. One is that they want the advertising income themselves. They want you to advertise with them, and if you're advertising your business without paying them, that bites into their revenue, and so they're going to penalize those posts. Second of all, they want their people to be happy, and the people typically are the people on Facebook typically are not coming to Facebook to buy something or to be sold something. They're coming to network, to socialize, to be entertained, and so forth. So if all your posts are selling your product, your Facebook is recognizing that you're not providing what the people want, so they're going to penalize you. So when your network marketing company tells you to go on Facebook and copy and paste, their advertising copy, it's a good thing for them, because you're advertising their company. It gets the exposure out, but it's doing nothing for you. And in the future with these algorithms, what it's actually going to do is going to cut down how many people you actually see. Facebook is going to limit how many people actually see those ads because they're trying to get away from that thing. So I guess what I'm saying is don't blindly follow your upline or your company in the ways that they tell you how to advertise your product on Facebook, because it's no longer going to work very well. So what's the alternative? What can you do? Well, I've already mentioned that Facebook is they want people to socialize. They want people to network. They want people to talk to each other and just have a conversation. That's what Facebook wants. And basically, if you really think about it, isn't that what you want? Do you typically go into Facebook and to buy something? And other than your own product, when you see all these other advertisements for other products, does it kind of you kind of get a bad feeling inside? You even though you're doing it yourself, when you see other people doing it, does it bother you a little bit that there's so much advertising and so much spam on Facebook? And that's why Facebook is trying to get rid of that. So the way around that is you don't broadcast, you don't spam your product or your company at all on Facebook. There's better ways of doing that. When you're out in the offline world and you're say in a supermarket and you see somebody that might look like a good prospect for you, do you go up to them and just automatically start telling them about your link, start telling them about your product, start telling them about your service? You don't know these people, but they're in the supermarket with you, and you just start telling them this great product that you have, this great service that you have. That's not typically what you do in the offline world, but well, there are people that do that, and their conversion rates are very small because as I've mentioned in other posts, they're talking to the wrong audience. When you just approach people like that, you have no idea what they need or what their interests are. So it's kind of a crapshoot when you do it that way. So it's much better if you can. Like I said, if you're in a supermarket, you don't typically do that. What you might do is to go up to them and just start a friendly conversation. If you're in the underwear row, for example, you might start up just a conversation about underwear. So well, Michael Jordan endorses these. These are the best underwear. You don't just start talking about your product. You start up a conversation with them, and you get to know them. And that's really the way that you need to do it on Facebook as well, or on all social media. If you come right out and the first words out of your mouth, figure speech on Facebook is, "Hi, I am so-and-so. I represent X, Y, and Z company. We're the best in the world. You got these top-rated scientists. We're rated in the Better Business, whatever. We got all these things that are going for us. We're the best, and I really think you should invest in this product. What do you think?" Most people just are turned off by that. That's not what they want to hear. It's so much better if you can first establish some sort of a relationship with them. And I know people are going to say, "I don't have time to start a relationship. I want to make money now. I don't have time to fool with all this touchy-feely stuff. I got to make money." And you might make some money in the short run, but in the long run, you're hurting yourself, and Facebook is going to penalize you if you're doing things that way. Excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry here, so I'm going move this along and finish up so I can go get something to drink. So if on Facebook, the way to do it without Facebook penalizing you is to first establish some sort of a connection with people. Get to know people. Find out what their hot buttons are. Find out what's bothering them. Find out what they need and what they want before you come right out and you say, I got this product and I think it's going to do wonders for you. And you had know nothing about them. You're just selling something. You're spamming. You're being spammy. And people can smell that like a skunk on a road. They're just, and it drives people away. But yet that's how we're taught how to do it. We say, get your product out there. Get your exposure out there. Get your face out there. And it's just, that's not what people want. They want something that's going to solve their problem. And in order to figure out what it is that's going to solve their problem, you're going to have to talk to them first. Get to know them. So how does this work on Facebook? How do you do that? Well, one of the things that you can do, and this is what I recommend. There are like 10 zillion billion groups on Facebook that covers every interest from anything that you can think of. There's probably a Facebook group for it. So if you're interested in, coloring, drawing with colors, if that's your interest, you can probably, I'm going to bet, I haven't tried this, but I'm going to bet you can find a group out there somewhere that's going to have people in there that also like to color. Okay, so you got a common interest. So you go to those groups and then you participate as a normal person, not as a marketer, not as a spammer. You just go to the group and you act like someone that likes to color. Hopefully you do like to color if you're in that group. And you get to know people. It's like starting up a conversation with them. What's your favorite color? I don't know anything about coloring, obviously, but you could, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite thing to draw or to color? What companies, what books and stuff do you read? You start talking to them like a normal person would if you're interested in coloring. And that goes for any interest that you can find. If you like bicycles, you go to groups where people who like bicycles are going to hang out, and you just get to know some of the people there. You make a friend. That's the bottom line. You make a friend, and then when you have this friend, you'll get to know them, and you'll know what their pain points are. If you have a friend, if you're in a bicycle group and you get to know some of these people, and you find out that one of them, they like to bicycle, but their knees hurt. They can't bicycle as far as they would like to because their knees hurt. And you have a product that works for knees. Then it might be appropriate, if you approach it the right direction, that you can talk about your product for knees and just kind of offer it. But that's not something that you would put on a Facebook page. This would be like in a private message or a chat or some way where you're talking with someone where it's not plastered all over your Facebook page. Because again, Facebook's not going to like that. And so one of the things that Facebook is going to be cutting down on is that you'll see a lot of these posts where they'll say, they'll be talking about their product or something, and they'll say, comment below or give me a 1 or give me a 2 if you're redheaded, and then you see all these little comments, I'm redhead, 1, 2, yes, 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 no, no. It's clickbait is what Facebook considers clickbait. In other words, it's not a meaningful conversation. They're looking for meaningful conversations, not contrived artificial things just to get your reach and to get your engagement up. They're looking for authentic engagement where people are actually talking and presenting some real ideas and conversing back and forth. That's what they're looking for. And that is what you are going to need to provide in order to make it in this new Facebook world. You're going to have to provide value. You're going to have to connect with people and find out what kind of value that you can offer without spamming your product all over Facebook. So when XYZ company tells you the way to do this on social media is just to copy and paste our material on your profile or on your page, that's not going to work. I mean, it might in the short term, but Facebook is moving away from that. They're going to penalize you. And so if you're one of those people now who are very good at communicating with people, connecting with them, and just having a conversation, you are the people then that are going to be positively affected by these changes, because your engagement's going to go up while the spammy stuff, that engagement's going to go down, and Facebook is going to just treat you better. They're not going to smack you in the face. People complain all the time about Facebook, about how they change this and they change that and they splash him in the face, and they put him in Facebook jail. Well, there's a reason they're in Facebook jail. They're doing things that Facebook feels that is not appropriate for their platform, and a lot of people on Facebook feel the same way. Facebook is just trying to protect their platform, and so I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of line here, out of turn. But if you're being penalized by Facebook, if you're being into Facebook jail, you probably deserved it. You're probably doing some things that are spammy. You're doing some things that most people don't want in their Facebook feed. Okay, so I guess bottom line, to market to the people that you want to market to, just do some thinking about what would my customer want? What would they want to see in Facebook? Would they want to see a whole bunch of spammy posts talking about how this is the best thing since sliced bread, which incidentally, there's nothing better than sliced bread. That's probably the number one invention in the whole world. So, hi Deanne, I just see you're a hardened criminal there. I kind of get carried away and forget to look at the posts down here. But yeah, they don't tell you what you're doing wrong. But I think if you put your ideal customer, if you think about who your ideal market is, the person that you're trying to reach, and get into their head, crawl through their ears, whatever, get into their head and figure out what it is that your ideal customer likes. What is it that they don't like? They might want to have good skin or something, but they don't want to see a whole bunch of posts talking about how this product, has got 67,000 patents. The founder is a college graduate of this place. They just want to know if it's going to work, and they don't want to see that first thing in their Facebook. In other words, if they don't know you, that's not what they want to hear from you. They want to get to know you first. They want to get to know, like, and trust you, and then when you have those conversations about skincare, about weight loss, or about whatever it is that you're selling, they're more apt to listen. And you can carry on a meaningful conversation, and it's and Facebook is going to like that. That's what Facebook likes, is the meaningful conversations. They don't like the spam stuff. And if you're spamming and you're just posting your link and trying to get people, if you're obviously selling, let's put it this way, if you're obviously selling on Facebook, it's not the best way to go, in my opinion. I'm very humble. In my humble opinion. But if you can make a friend, and in the process of being friends with somebody, you discover some need that they have, something that they need, and then you can just very easily talk to them about that need, that is the way to go. That is the way Facebook likes to see things. So it's my rant, it's my passion, it's my hot button. I talked about a hot button a while back. Network marketing is a wonderful thing. The problem is there are so many people who are not doing it correctly, and it's dragging network marketing through the mud. We are our own worst enemy in a lot of cases by the way that we do things. The concept of network marketing, just the plain theory of it, is ingenious. I can't think of a better term for it. It's just amazing. But so many times the way that we promote it, we prostitute it in so many ways. We do it incorrectly. I don't know what to say. We just do it wrong. So if we can do it in a way that promotes a good feeling, if we respect the concept of network marketing and we're not in it just for a quick buck, I see people on these Facebook groups, and you can tell what they're promoting is not going to last. It's a quick thing. It's a quick money thing. You get a couple bucks here and a couple bucks there. You give them an email address and you get $5 here. That's not going to last. That's not what network marketing needs. Network marketing is about selling a worthy, good product to people who actually need it. It's providing value. It is not just a get-rich-quick thing, and you're going to make some quick money here, but at some point it's going to fall apart, and you don't care about the people that you sponsored because you got your commission. That's what we want to avoid. That's what we want to avoid. We want to build up network marketing and make it what it should be. Okay, my pulpit's getting a little warm here, so I better quit before I say something that I regret. But But yeah, those of you that are coming late, I'm kind of ranting here a little bit, so come watch the replay. The replay is great, and if you want to discuss this further, you know how to get in contact with me. You know how to connect with me, and I guess my plea is let's do network marketing correctly. Let's do it in a way that we can be proud of it, not in a scammy, spammy sort of way, just to make a quick buck. Let's make this something that we can be proud of. All right? That's my plea. That's my plea. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later. And again, if we can talk, we can just message me, chat with me. We can talk about this till the cows come home. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.